This is a look at the Tower Air Convection Mini Oven. Sits nice and square on a tabletop or a kitchen worktop and is ideal for use where space is limited. It's nice and roomy inside with a 33 litre capacity and very easy to use via these 4 dials on the front. What is unique about this oven is it has an air fryer function via the top heating element, but it also has a lower heating element as well, whereas many of these smaller tabletop ovens just tend to have one element, usually at the top or the bottom, but very often they don't have both. But it is advantageous to have the two because that gives a greater degree of control over cooking and more functions as well. It operates via the 4 dial buttons on the front. This top switch adjusts the temperature of the upper element, which can go from 60 degrees all the way up to 230 degrees C. The second dial relates to the various functions of the oven. It offers defrost, the upper heating element on only, so it's a grill function. The bottom one is for the lower heating element only. Here, both elements heated up, so that's conventional oven, and here is the air fryer function, which is quite unique on this model. The next dial is for the temperature of the lower heating element. Like the upper one, it can go from 60 degrees all the way up to 230 degrees C. Then at the bottom we have a timer, so you can time your cooking from anything from just a few minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, all the way up to an hour, which is ideal for cooking most snacks, heating up frozen food, and pretty much anything other than doing a slow roast. Below the timer switch is an interior light. You can see that come on and off. And here is a rotisserie switch. And what that does is rotates the rotisserie spit when it's in place. The cooker is supplied with quite a range of accessories. This is a fairly conventional wire tray, but what's different about this is it has this circular wire in the centre, and this is to secure and hold the pan in place, in which there's a wire bottomed basket which is used in the air fryer function. And this is a fairly conventional metal pan. This is the rotisserie spit, and when this is in use there's also a handle, and the spit fits into it like so. So when it's in use you don't need to put your hand into the oven, you withdraw it using this handle cradle arrangement. There's also a baking tray. This can be used for cooking meats, for example, or you can put it at the bottom of the oven where it will catch drips. It can also be used in conjunction with the wire tray, and it will catch any drips that fall through from the tray. And removing items from the cooker is quite easy with this handle gripper arrangement, which clips on like so. Or alternatively, there's also a wire handle as well, and that will lift the tray in or out, and can also be used with the wire rack as well. The instruction manual is fairly basic, but it's adequate. Just itemises the parts and gives a few cooking guidelines and tips as well. But what is good to see is the 3-year manufacturer warranty, which gives confidence in the oven. Now let's have a look at the cooker in use. The wire rack slides in easily, as does the baking tray. There are various grooves throughout the oven wall, so you can adjust heights. And with that arrangement you could grill, say, fish fingers for example, and any drips would fall onto the tray below. These mini ovens can be a little bit difficult to clean because they don't usually have non-stick sides, so what I always suggest is just line the baking tray with one of these silicone baking sheets. then any drips that fall down will land on the sheet and nothing sticks to these, so it's very easy to just wipe off and keep everything nice and clean. Operation is very simple. Just select the temperature, select the mode, set the timer, and it then switches on automatically, as you can see with the power switch there. If you want to use the rotisserie, then just press the button there and that will start to rotate. Just about see that. And use the light if you wish to see what's cooking. I'm going to test it with some oven chips, so let the oven warm up for a few minutes. It takes about 5 minutes really to reach full temperature. And one thing you'll notice here is it's completely silent on the oven mode, but when I switch it into the air fryer mode, once the fan kicks into action, it does make some noise. But you'd expect that because of the fan. Following the cooking instructions, these chips should take about 15 minutes at 220 degrees. So I'll leave them now to cook. Cooking time is up, so let's have a look at them. Looking very, very good there, a little bit burnt around the edges. Just pop them onto a kitchen roll just to show any fat in them or lack of. And here they are. They're very, very slightly overdone in a few cases, but they're also very nice and crisp. And you can see on the kitchen roll there is absolutely no fat or oil. So looking really good. And they taste pretty good too. I've now cooked a range of foods with the cooker, including frozen fish, meat, chops, quite a range of foods, and they've all been cooked really evenly. But this is the first time I've used the air fryer function, and I have to say I'm absolutely delighted with the results. There are a couple of chips which are a bit too brown, so what I'll do is just reduce the cooking time by a couple of minutes next time. But they're all really well cooked, no grease, not at all fatty, nice and healthy. And I was actually planning to buy a separate air fryer anyway, but there's no need now. So for anyone who's looking for a quality and reliable cooker, who would also like the air fryer as well, then this is definitely one to go for, and one which I would very highly recommend.